You know that electric moment when someone catches your eye across a crowded room. Your heart races. Time slows. Everything feels possible. The early days of romance are intoxicating precisely because you get to present your best self while seeing only the best in them. You're both performing, curating, editing out the messy parts of who you really are. The real challenge begins when the performance becomes exhausting. Sarah felt this shift 6 months into her relationship with Mark. The constant effort to be the perfect girlfriend was wearing her down. She found herself second-guessing every word, every outfit, every reaction. The woman who fell in love with spontaneous adventures now spent 20 minutes crafting casual text messages. She was drowning in her own expectations of who she thought she should be. This is where most relationships hit their first real test. You reach a crossroads where you can either continue the elaborate dance of hiding your authentic self, or you can risk showing who you really are beneath the carefully constructed image. The psychology behind this struggle runs deep. Alfred Adler, one of the founding figures of modern psychology, believed that much of our behavior stems from our desire to overcome feelings of inferiority. We create what he called a fictional self, an idealized version of who we think we need to be to earn love and acceptance. In relationships, this fictional self works over time. You present the version of yourself that never gets anxious, never has bad breath in the morning, never feels insecure about money or family drama. You laugh at jokes you don't find funny. You pretend to love hiking when you'd rather stay in bed. You agree with opinions that make you internally cringe. The exhaustion is real because you're essentially living a double life. Mark noticed Sarah pulling away and assumed he'd done something wrong. The truth was simpler and more complex. Sarah was terrified that if she showed him her 3 a.m. anxiety spirals, her messy apartment after a stressful week, or her tendency to cry during commercials, he would leave. She was protecting a relationship by slowly killing her authentic self within it. The Stoic philosophers understood this trap thousands of years ago. Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events themselves, but from our judgments about those events. Sarah wasn't suffering because she had flaws. She was suffering because she believed her flaws made her unworthy of love. The turning point came during an argument about something trivial whose turn it was to pick the restaurant. Sarah found herself apologizing frantically, desperate to smooth things over, when Mark stopped her mid-sentence. "Who are you trying to be right now?" he asked. "Because it doesn't feel like you." That question cracked something open. For the first time in months, Sarah told him the truth. She was exhausted from trying to be perfect. She was scared of being too much or not enough. She was losing herself in the process of trying to keep him. Mark's response surprised her. He felt relieved. He'd been doing the same thing, curating his own image, hiding his struggles with work stress and his complicated relationship with his father. They were both performing for an audience of one, creating distance in the name of connection. Brené Brown writes about this phenomenon in Daring Greatly, explaining how vulnerability is actually the birthplace of courage, creativity, and change. The very thing we think will push people away our authentic, imperfect selves is often what creates real intimacy. The shift from performed love to authentic love requires courage. You have to risk rejection by the very person whose opinion matters most to you. You have to trust that real love can handle real human messiness. This doesn't mean abandoning all effort or consideration in relationships. Growing together means supporting each other's genuine growth, not enabling destructive patterns. The difference lies in motivation. Are you changing because you want to become a better version of yourself, or because you believe your current self isn't worthy of love? Sarah and Mark began what they called Messy Monday check-ins, weekly conversations where they shared their real struggles, fears, and imperfections. No fixing, no judgment, just witnessing each other's full humanity. These conversations became the foundation of something deeper than their initial attraction. The paradox of romance is that falling in love is easy when you're both presenting highlight reels. Staying in love requires the courage to share the outtakes, the behind-the-scenes moments, the unglamorous reality of being human. Real love isn't about finding someone who accepts your perfect self. It's about finding someone who sees your imperfect self and chooses to stay, while you do the same for them. The question isn't whether you're worthy of love as you are. The question is whether you're brave enough to find out.